Hi, this is Alan Boyette with Logs to Lumber Sawmill. I'm standing in a makeshift spray booth I constructed in my workshop. I've just completed applying the final coat of finish to this table. I rarely get the opportunity to see what my sawmill customers build from the lumber that I mill for them. Today I want to show you this table I made for a customer from logs I milled on his property. This is an example of what you can do with your lumber in a small workshop. The journey for this table began in the yard of a customer in North Alabama. He had an oak tree fall in a storm and then decided to take down a few others. In addition to the oaks, he cut down a cherry tree. After he cut them in the logs and staged them in an accessible area, I arrived with my sawmill. I cut 1 by 6 inch boards for flooring, as well as 2 inch thick boards and slabs for this table and other countertops. Once the logs were milled, the boards were loaded on a trailer. I took them to my workshop. I initially stacked the lumber on a covered porch to air dry with fans to circulate the air. The wood air dried for several months until the moisture content dropped below 30%. I built a temporary dehydration kiln in my workshop and loaded the wood to let it dry further. After about 3 weeks in the kiln, when the moisture content reached 8%, I cranked up the temperature to 130 degrees for 24 hours to be sure the wood was sterilized. This means I killed the bugs, their eggs, and any fungus growing in the wood. While the wood was drying, I designed the table using SketchUp. I produced a 3D design, then laid the designed pieces out to generate a cut list. After the wood came out of the kiln, I rough cut to length the components. I jointed and planed them until they were straight, flat, and smooth. I assembled the pieces with dowels and glue. Once assembled, the table components were stained. I set up a temporary spray booth in my workshop and sprayed each assembly with polyurethane. After final assembly, the table is ready to go back to where the trees once stood. Since the table is very heavy, the top and the base are attached with bolts to allow for disassembly. The tabletop is constructed with this beautiful cherry framed by red oak. The edges of the table are beveled. The table base is a traditional trestle with a crescent H design. It has a top and bottom spreader for strength and stability. The feet are made from a 4x4 with curved details to soften the edges. I built a bench from 2 book-matched oak boards for the top. Look at that beautiful grain. I mirrored the crescent H design of the table base and the bench legs. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below. If you need more information, please check out our website at www.logstolumbernow.com. That's it for today. See you next time.